Did you know that most of Colombia's drug problems for over decades in the late 20th century were due to just a single man? I am Tina, and today I will take you through the memorable life of Pablo Escobar. I think that it's important to recognize the impact that drug lords can hold over even entities as large as countries so that you can recognize the threat that staying in a country with large drug lords can present. I have made myself an expert on Pablo Escobar and his organization, the Medellin Cartel, through viewing numerous documentaries and books. In this presentation, I will summarize Escobar's journey from a small-town criminal to the notorious drug lord. We look at how he revolutionized the drug trafficking industry and his eventual downfall and his profound effects his actions had on Colombia. At the end of the presentation, I will summarize the key points and answer any questions you may have. So, who is Pablo Escobar and what is his background? Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria was a Colombian cartel leader who controlled one of the largest cocaine processing and distributing organizations in the world, according to Thompson's article in 1996. Escobar led the Medellin cartel from 1970 to the 1990s, and during this time he oversaw every step of the cocaine supply chain. According to Pablo Escobar Insight Crimes article. Pablo Escobar came from humble beginnings and always dreamed of being powerful and wealthy. He fell into a pattern of petty crimes from an early age, and he quickly established himself into a cocaine business after a lucky break. According to McEnvoy in his article in the biography publication. But what did Pablo Escobar do to become so wealthy and powerful in narcotic trafficking? In the late 1980s, Forbes recognized Pablo Escobar as one of the 10 richest people in the world, and there were some pivotal moves that he made that got him to this status, according to McVoy in his biography publications article. In 1975, as senior leader in his cartel, Escobar ordered his boss to be killed, thrusting Pablo into the position of leader of the Medellin cartel, according to JQ's article labeled Narcos. The one long-standing practice of Pablo Escobar is that he always paid or killed his way up to the top, and he was a ruthless businessman and wasn't afraid to get blood on his hands. Pablo had many creative ways of smuggling his product that other traffickers didn't think of. An example of this was hiding drugs into the spare tires of planes and paying pilots as much as $500,000 for this, according to JQ's article, Narcos. Pablo always lied to escape consequences, but he lied one too many times and his luck ran out, leading to his own death. Pablo's history of violence towards everybody was catching up to him, and the U.S. wanted to extradite him to stand trial in the U.S. In Colombia's efforts to end the bloodshed he was inflicting on the country in his fight against extradition, they offered him a program of partial amnesty promising no extradition if he confined himself to a private jail that he built, according to Cipollini's in the Ma Museum article. Pablo spent 2 years in jail, but he broke the terms on numerous occasions, so the Colombian government made a plan to transfer him to a real Colombian jail. During this raid by the government to do this transfer, Escobar and 9 others escaped into the surrounding woods. He spent a year in hiding, moving around Colombia, when finally he was spotted and he was killed in a firefight with the Colombian police. At last, Colombia was freed of its terrorism, and the government was free of no longer having to fear the actions of the drug lord. As we wrap up our discussion, let's reflect on the lessons from Pablo Escobar's life and its implications for our understanding of power, crime, and their effects on society. In conclusion, Pablo Escobar's story highlights the significant impact an individual can have on a country, and understanding it is a crucial need for vigilance against the disruptive forces of crime and power in society. Pablo Escobar's rise from humble origins, his strategic dominance in the drug trade, and his profound societal political aftermath of his reign encapsulate the complex interplay of ambition, power, and impact on a nation. It is clear that the overwhelming influence of a single man, Pablo Escobar, was indeed the catalyst for Colombia's prolonged struggle with drug-related issues.